Greetings and welcome to World Regional Geography. Uh, technically, FA 23 Geography 101. I enjoy life and living each day. Each day, pretty upbeat. Enjoy all the days. But then there's Christmas, right? And there's Christmas morning. When I teach the social sciences, history, the cultures, civilizations. I enjoy doing that. But geography is like Christmas to me. And so I'm just, excited about, as I always am, about the new semester and teaching this wonderful discipline. In general, geography is a unique discipline within the social sciences. For it includes history, sociology, economics, psychology, and world cultures, which I will happily allude to throughout the course. Its versatility could be essential for elementary education majors, as they broadly cover as I said, a broad range of social studies in their classes. So during this semester, we will be isolating each region of the globe from week to week. That's how we will approach this course. Since 2007, I've had the privilege of teaching this course and also the unit of Introduction to Geography. Geography divides into two areas of study, the human and the physical. Within each area are geography's 5 themes. So you got location, place, human, environment, interaction, movement, and regions. So these are ways to organize instruction under the overarching umbrella of geography. Geographic study begins at location, the first theme. Each of us have some kind of formative experience at a certain place or places. Personally, the first 21 years of my life were formed at 4 Charles Avenue, Egg Harbor City, New Jersey. It is a town about 11 miles from the famed Atlantic City, New Jersey, and of course the Atlantic Ocean. And we are all of us are impacted by, I was heavily impacted by that region, as we are all also impacted by our, how should I say it, our anywhere USAs or wherever's, forming the grids of our experience and how we see the world. The human and physical characteristics of location are place, the second theme. And as I said, geographic study funnels out into 2 quadrants, the human and the physical, pardon me, characteristics. As for the physical characteristics, we see a basic order, right? A basic order of climate, plant and animal life, etc. There is the Earth's divine splendor, if you will, such as the great scenes of a shoreline, or if one is nestled in Crescent, Pennsylvania, as many of you are, in the midst of the gorgeous Allegheny Mountains. The human characteristics shake out to, dare I say, the word diversity. Well, I will here. We are not created robots, right? But have a free will to design the cultural landscape of geography's second theme, place. And we see this in landform use, right? Forms of agriculture, ways of living, religious practices, political systems, common diets, local folklore, modes of travel, and methods of communication. So as humans, we must also interact with the environment. Thus, our third theme results in that shaping of the landscape. As Christians, we see this in Genesis chapter 1, verses 26 through 28, that man has instructions, right, on how to use the earth and what is in it. It says in that passage, God blessed them and said to them, be fruitful and multiply and fill the earth and subdue it and rule over the fish of the sea and over the birds of the sky and over every living thing that moves on the earth. So again, as Christians, a function is bestowed to do with this overseeing, to have a warm concern as we do it, right? Have a warm concern. Genesis 2:15 also says that then the Lord took man and placed him in the garden to cultivate and keep it. So man had dominion right from the start, and the forces of nature responded to his beck and call. If you don't believe me, you can check out Psalm chapter 8, 6 through 8, and from the writings of St. James, the 3rd chapter, verse 7. It says, for every species of beasts and birds, reptiles and creatures of the sea is tamed and has been tamed by the human race. But again, as I said, we are to do this with warm concern, correct? The Bible also emphasizes God's ownership of the earth as creator and sustainer. And this would seem to mean the earth in all of its fullness, not for man's exploitation, but for God's satisfaction and glory. However, in trusting man to oversee it, man is also encouraged to enjoy it. And in St. Paul's letter to the Corinthian church, in the first chapter, in 1 Corinthians, his first letter, chapter 3, and in verse 10, you could see this admonition. So under the umbrella of the good stewardship that I'm talking about, we see also in the law of the Bible, in Leviticus, the book of Leviticus specifically, an entire section explaining property and possessions being returned to its original owners. This prevented one person or party from owning a majority of the land. And it also preserved a balance in Israel. So it involved land planning and application of ecological principles as well. Now, as the world becomes more globalized, access to the theme of movement, the fourth theme, is becoming much easier. With migration comes the movement of ideas, and ideas are spreading with the expansion of the internet and cell phone reception, and right, so much more all around the planet. And then finally, perhaps my favorite part of geographic study is the fifth and final theme of regions. A region is that which is delimited via some pattern. This could be something formal, such as a custom, or the political, such as a boundary. And these types of boundaries are kind of common knowledge, right? There are regions noted for what connects them to the wider world. Geographers dub these functional regions. They are economic hubs, which is often generally an economic hub, which is often in some kind of an urban center. And we create perceptions of regions too, or vernacular regions such as the Middle East, Southwest Asia, the South or the Midwest, or the Corn Belt, Bible Belt, right? These are not formal boundaries per se, but are understood by the kind of the mental maps of the globe. Even in American society, right? Some of the regional differences are we're almost foreign to one another when it comes to understanding one another's values and uh, even culture, let alone any disconnect there would be between someone who lives in Saigon, Vietnam, and someone who lives in Lesotho in Southern Africa. So as we proceed through the course, you will notice that I spend more time on the human component of geography than I do the physical. I actually concentrate more of that focus in my intro course, the second unit that I spoke of. Although we will be factoring it into this as well. Like I said, we'll be hitting the course from region to region. We'll start in Europe, work our way east, then south, and then west, and we will finish up here in North America. So geography, is a thoroughly wonderful and relevant subject in any liberal arts curriculum. And like I said, it encompasses in part all of the other social sciences, and therefore I tend to think geography, in comparison, is king. So if you have any questions over the course of the semesters or comments at any juncture, do not hesitate to contact me. Feel free to contact me by my office phone as well. Coming up, I will do a segment on understanding the syllabus, and I'll talk about all those vitals, how you can contact me by phone and those specifics. Lastly, do go over that syllabus and the discussion question rubric, which I'll emphasize again in the syllabus segment, because the game could be won or lost, right, by what you know and do not know regarding those documents. So have a tremendous semester.